Hey, I was gonna say something real smooth at the beginning. What's going on, people? Welcome back to another edition of the TooCoolEffectPodcast. Today, we're here with the homie.
This cheap, man.
Oh, okay. I just wanted him to say his own name, so I won't have to call him nothing crazy, But today we just gonna be talking about a lot of stuff. Like I said before in the introduction, it's kind of open formatted, so we just gonna proverbially shoot the shit about a lot of stuff, make it interesting, fun, tell some funny stories or something like that. So, what I did too, or what we just did is just put together a little bucket or a little cup full of topics that we'll just get into, make it real authentic, so we'll just go from there, and hopefully it turns out to be cool, funny, interesting, and all that stuff, hopefully he don't cry, but, we'll just make it fun. So, you gotta introduce yourself or something, like let people know who you is, what you do, tell them all your dirty secrets, though. It's PG-13.
It ain't too much. There ain't too much to tell about me. I'm a profound dude, Here to bless his podcast, and that's pretty much it.
You gotta be talking with your sexy voice. He got all this to the mic and everything. So, I guess I'll pull the first one. This might be something he wrote. Whoa. So it says, threesomes, yes or no, with your girlfriend. I don't know if that's two-part or that's just like all together.
Oh, you mean? Yeah. All together. Either way.
Threesomes? People at church might see this.
They ain't.
But I've had a threesome before. I personally wouldn't be open to having a threesome with my girl or anybody that I'm in a relationship with. Like, for me, that's a no. I couldn't invite somebody else into that situation. So, for me, it's no.
Why not?
Because it's my lady. I wouldn't want to share my lady with somebody else. That's just like, okay, so if you ask your girl for a threesome and she said yeah, but she want to have it with two dudes, you and another dude.
Well, first of all, that's kind of gay.
How is that gay? Because that's what she wants.
Yeah, but there's too many naked dicks in the room. I'm just not with it. That's just that. I can't.
So what if she says too many coochies in the room?
Well, this is the thing. First of all, I ain't doing no threesome with my girlfriend. I just asked you to say. I'm not doing that. But I thought about that too. So if I was to propose that, just hypothetically, I wouldn't. But if I was to propose that, and she came back with a rebuttal saying, "Well, what about having a dude?" I don't know. I think that if she even thought about that, like as far as another dude. See, the thing is, society made it, and I know it's gonna sound bad, but society made it okay for dudes to be with these chicks, multiple chicks. Society made it okay for that to happen, but it just wouldn't look right for a chick to do it. That's just what it is.
Yeah, that's the sexist double standard part of it. Like they can do we can do a lot of stuff, but they can't.
Right.
But, as far as it comes to the threesome, I'm not advocating for my girl saying, if I was to do something like that with my girl, like for her to say, okay, we're gonna bring another dude, I couldn't do it. I'm just playing devil's advocate. Like, why would you say no?
If I decide to be with someone and I decide to put you on this pedestal, that's out of respect for you to even want to incorporate anybody else in the situation. I feel like I'm lacking something. Most people might say, nah, that's not true, but she probably could want to still explore. But if you still want to explore, you shouldn't be in a relationship.
Now you trying to be all righteous. Talking about you lacking something. You trying to be nasty if you having a threesome.
Well, no, because the thing is that happens though. And I get it, people, like you said, trying to, be nasty or bring spice up the relationship, but people think like that. Like if you tell a chick that that's automatic what she gonna think. she's gonna think she's not enough. That's what she's gonna think automatically. So that happens. Even with dudes, sometimes I'm pretty sure it happens.
What if she nasty and just want to have a threesome with a chick? What if she come to you and propose like, hey, I got this friend, she want to have a threesome with us? I wouldn't feel inadequate then.
No, I'm gonna tell you why I wouldn't want to bring another chick in it anyway, because I feel like it would open doors to other things. It would open that door to other things.
Pandora's box.
You know what I'm saying? And then, even if we are, let's say that time we do it, or it goes well, I would have trust issues after that. Even if she brought it up, like I just couldn't. I couldn't do it.
Wait, so even if she brought it up and y'all didn't do it, you would have trust?
No. If she did, well, you know what? I just might think about that shit, because if we did do it, that's something that she want. I feel like if you need to do that, then you don't need to be in a relationship. That's just bottom line. I feel like you should once you decide to be exclusive with this one person, you shouldn't be in no thoughts of like having no threesome with nobody else. That's just me.
The entanglements. I mean, that's people didn't even know that was a real word, but you know.
Why wouldn't they?
There's a lot of people out here that's just not that educated, brother. You feel me? So they just thought she was just throwing something out there in the heat of the moment, but that's actually a word.
Really? I didn't see that. I didn't know people were actually thinking it wasn't a real word.
Yeah. So but just having a threesome, you cool with that? If it's not what you.
If it's not my girlfriend, I have an orgy. It don't matter. But if it's with my girlfriend, I can't.
Orgy is gonna be some.
No. There ain't gotta be no dudes in there.
That's not a real orgy.
It is an orgy. It's over 5 people.
You prepared for the 5?
No, but well, I'll make up something when I get there.
Okay. All right. That's one down. Go ahead. You pull one.
Just for the record, I don't know what type of people be in an orgy now. Let me see. The art of approaching a woman.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, I say the art of approaching a woman because I tell people all the time I don't actually know how to approach a woman, and especially when I tell like the females that I know, they think I'm just running some game on them or something. But me personally, I don't know how to approach a woman. So, you know, somebody else, you I don't know, maybe you wanna.
I don't think there's an art to it. I just think I mean okay, with me, I just believe in small talk, and you know it goes from there. You know what I'm saying? There's really no cookie cutter way of approaching a woman. You know what I'm saying? Because you can be women by default. You know what I'm saying? Just you can be waiting somewhere and talk to them. That's why I'm more on like small talk. You know, and the thing is with me, if you would say it's an art, like I talk to everybody, whether I'm attracted to you or not. I just talk to everybody. That's being sociable, and that's just small talk. And by the time you get to the person that, or people that you find attractive, it just comes natural.
Well, see, I'm not that outgoing with strangers. I'll see somebody and just keep it moving. So I've never known how to approach a female. Most times I knew them, and so we would have conversation because we knew each other, or they would say something to me. But as far as me meeting somebody out in the street and like or the club or something like that, I've just never known how to. I don't know if I'm supposed to say, "Hey, what's up, baby?" or you know, "How you doing?" or "Excuse me, miss." Like I don't know. So, and I'm like honestly, I just don't have that confidence. I never had. And I know females, they know confidence and they love confidence in a dude. I just never had that confidence to approach a female.
I mean, like I said, it is small talk, you know, and you don't need, at least for me, I don't need much confidence to strike up, you know, small talk. You know, I could be sitting somewhere and just ask the person how they doing, and if they're inviting, if they have like a welcoming look once you speak to them that first time, then you know to go from there. You see what I'm saying? There's some people who just, I guess because you know we live in Miami, is everybody mean muggy, but you know you kind of see it. You know what I'm saying? Once you make that first step or whatever the case. And like I said, it doesn't have to necessarily be someone that you are attracted to or you want to speak to or you want to talk to. It could be a older woman and you sit and talk to her. It could be, you know what I'm saying, just anybody. Just the continuation of talking to different people. Mm-hmm. Once you get to that person that you find attractive, you're like, okay, well, it's easy. I can just say this. You don't need to say nothing slick.
Man, listen. Every time I done tried to talk to a female, they shot me down. So it made it even. I don't fear rejection or anything like that. It's just never worked for me. So I felt like I must be doing something wrong. But then I'll come with a different approach. So it just never worked. Every time I'll see a chick and I'll try to go talk to her or something like that. It just never worked. Like dating way back, you know. So I just leave it alone because I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. I'll just wait till they say something to me.
Again, I guess because I'm gonna use Miami because you know these chicks down here are ruthless. But I feel like humor kind of take the cake every single time. Unless she's just a chick that's just mad at the world. But humor, and not being corny, just this subtle humor, that kind of gets women to be real comfortable with you and not feel for them not to feel like you're approaching them like every other dude who say, oh, you fine, you sexy, let me talk to you. But if you're approaching with like some everyday humor just from your surroundings, to me it makes it easier for me.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, you talking about humor. Like, all right, so it's just another thing where, you know, you'll see a chick. I done seen chicks looking at me before, and I feel like that's the invite, like, come get me. But I still be like in between, like, damn, what if she wasn't even looking at me? She could have been looking across my shoulder, and I'm thinking she looking at me, and I walk up like, hey, how you doing? And she be like, boy, I wasn't looking at you. Like, so now I done played myself. So it's like I'll be in between. I don't know. I don't even want to play myself.
But see, it's kind of tricky. Like there's dudes who are savage. Like when we used to go out, it was dudes who it doesn't matter where the chick at, who she with. They savage and they get the chicks.
Yeah, that's that confidence. That's
but see,
what I'm telling you. I know people like that.
Well, your situation is timing, because okay, when she look at you, look at her, and you like, okay, well, should I go over there? You got to give it a little extra time to see if that second invite. Now you might miss a shot, but that's just what it is. That's just how it is. If you not that savage dude that's gonna go out there and just holler at chicks, it's about timing. That's what I do. Cause not everybody think I'm funny. You know, I try to be sarcastic. They look at me like they go over their head sometimes, and I just lost that.
Yeah.
And there's chicks, they look at me and I get the second and third look, and I still don't go over there. I still mess up.
Yeah. Well, you said Miami. You think it's easy to approach chicks from other places? Like if you out of town or something, you think it's easy to approach a chick?
Hell yeah.
Why?
I was in Houston, and one time, and I'm walking. Where were we? I think we was at the mall or something, and chicks were like waving, saying good afternoon. But then again, like I said, it's regional. Like you'll find it's, to me, it's easier to approach chicks in other places other than Miami. So I feel like it's regional. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So again, it depends on what type of dude you are. Cause I got dudes who holler at chicks. It don't even matter. They can be with they boyfriends. They holler.
I got the homies. They call them dead hits. They just go on anything that look like a target. They go right after it. You feel me? So
I don't do that.
They just going all out about it. But yeah, for me, that's like, man, I don't know. I'm still traumatized sometimes. Like, man, I tried to holler and she just shot me down. Like, man, I was trying hard. Like, man, and she just like, nah, I'm good. No, it's crazy. Like I tried to talk to this. I never forget. I tried to talk to this chick one day at the corner store, and she was like, "Oh, I can't talk to you. You think you cuter than me." I was like, "What?" I was like, "What?" Like all I'm trying to do is talk to you. Like I'm chilling. You coming out the store? I mean, I'm coming out the store. You going in? Like
what you said to her?
I don't remember, but I was just trying to talk to her. Like she was coming in the store as I'm coming out. Me and my homie was going somewhere. This was a long time ago, but I remember that because it was funny. Because she was like, "You think you cuter than me?" And I'm like, "For trying to talk to you?"
What she said?
She just walked in the store.
Yo, she wasn't for you, brother. Just keep it moving. She wasn't for you. That happens.
But I'm I'm telling you, every time I've tried, man, it just never worked. So that's why I'm like, I said the art. I wrote down the art of approach because I'm like, it gotta be something, or maybe I'm just, maybe I just don't know what I'm doing.
No, it's not that. I think you put too much into it. I think that, again, for me, it's easy when it's small talk. You know what I'm saying? I think you put too much into it. Like, okay, let me see what I'm gonna say to her. Am I gonna talk about she got nice hair, her nails? You put too much into it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do be thinking.
Yeah, you put too much into it.
Like, that's why I say I don't know if I should be like what's gonna be my lead in, or you know what I mean, like what I'm gonna say to just say like, hey, how you doing? Excuse me, miss. Hey, beautiful. You know, like, you know, and then like you said, some dudes just savages because you try to talk to a chick, we all done had that homie or know that dude, and she shoot him down, you be like, well, fuck you then. You ain't all that anyway. Like, cause he really hurt that. So now he just gotta go about it and like, you know, she ain't do that to you, dog. She just said no. So
but, you know another thing too, I think that not all chicks. I think majority of chicks are easy to I think it's easy to get to make them think. You know what I'm saying? Not like on you approach them on some deep stuff, but it's easy to make them think, and it's easy to make them smile. Again, depending on your surroundings, where y'all at. And even if it is tough to talk to chicks in Miami, just my opinion, humor will make them think, and it'll make them kind of like smile a little bit.
yeah.
But it can't be corny, because every dude probably said you fine. Every dude probably said, hey, beautiful. Every dude probably did that. You probably gotta just be a little silly with them. And they'll be like, well, you crazy. The next thing you know, you hit them from the back.
You hit them from the back. I think they out here looking for other stuff nowadays, though.
I mean, nowadays
they want you to have a whole care package when you approach them, you know. But it's I don't think they want you to just actually be yourself, because the world done turned a little bit, you know.
Yeah, but you know what? I think those particular chicks, and I agree. The times have changed, and I think those particular chicks who are looking for that. And I don't get me wrong. Before I even say what I'm going to say, women, I feel like they look for security, if anything, in a situation with a dude. But I think a lot of those chicks who are going like going hard and looking for a dude who has, you know, this 10 list criteria. I think those chicks ain't had no identity to begin with. Those chicks ain't had no type of
like standards.
Yeah,
morals.
And right. So they kind of like say, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and get a dude with some money. What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
You know, that give me a side dude, give me some dick or something. Because this dude, you know. So that's just what I think. I don't think that it's every chick. I don't even think it's majority of chicks. I think there's a small portion of women who didn't have direction, just what they want or what they need, the type of dude that they need in their life. And I know women want to say, well, we don't need no dude. Yes, you do. That's just the way of life. But anyway,
we all need somebody.
We all need somebody.
Yeah.
So I think it's a small portion of chicks who just didn't have direction, and they figured, you know what, I'm just gonna go this way. I'm gonna look for this dude that's financially secure. Worst come to worst, I'm gonna have some money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just what I think.
But then there's nothing left after that. Like once the money gone, or once he start tricking off on you, and he gonna find somebody else to trick off on. Then
I don't think they think that far.
There's no substance.
But those types of chicks don't think that far.
Yeah.
They don't care about substance.
There's no foundation. It's just a baseline.
Yeah, because I've met attractive chicks who have no personality, who have nothing, because most of the dudes that they talk to, they don't need that they deal with. They don't need personality. They don't need to talk.
Yeah.
So and also it's by numbers. Like I know a lot of dudes will say, well, you know, there's no good chicks out there. But the only thing that we see is the people who would allow this. That's the only thing that we notice. I feel like everything else is about numbers. If you holler at enough chicks, you'll figure out, okay, well, I can filter these out and there's 2 decent chicks. Because I think it's easier for us to find good women than it is for women to find good dudes.
Yeah. Well, that was one. We probably could have talked about that one all day. But, you know, we'll move on to something else and see what else in the bag. Man, all these men situations. When is the right time to move to the next level in relationships? I'll let you start with that one. Well, when you say when is the right time, what do you mean? Like a time frame or like at a plateau?
There's no set time. And the reason I even thought about that is because nowadays, segueing from the last question, I think that nowadays people don't take time out to get to know the person that they're talking to, right? So I feel like it's like starting a new job where they give you 3 months to see, you know what I'm saying, if you really want this job or deserve the job or can do the job.
Probation.
Right. So again, not to say that there's a time frame on making it official, but I think the way it works now is the guy meets the girl, the guy try to impress the girl, they go out on 3-4 dates, he spend a couple of hundreds. Now she talk to her friends like, I think he deserves some pussy.
I always say they be trying to smash.
Right, but see that, but that's what I'm saying. So they think, okay, 2-3 dates, he done did his part to impress her, and now she's like, okay, well, she talked to her friend, okay, I think I'm gonna give some pussy. So now it goes from like they just having sex to him paying for a phone bill to now, girl, he looked out. So there's no foundation. You don't even know this dude. You know what I'm saying? You don't know the dude. You don't know his movements. All you know is he comes to the house and he smash, or y'all go out and he buy you some purses. There's no real foundation. So once that start to happen,
there's no substance.
Right, now they just automatically claim each other. Yeah, that's my girl. That's my dude. But you didn't start on nothing.
I mean, to piggyback off what you just said, to answer the question, when is the right time to take it to the next level? I mean, like you said, if there's nothing there, like where are you going to go? Like I believe that you have to have some type of foundation. You have to have some type of direction. You have, again, the word substance. You got to have some substance, because if all we doing is talking and hanging out, and that's what people now, they just say, oh, I talked to this person, or we know, people say, okay, I talked to this person, or I'm dealing with this person, or we just talk,
right?
Or it's nothing serious, or she can do what she want to do. You know what I mean? We not together. So nowadays, people have really taken away from the real aspect of being in a relationship. It's a societal thing where, like you said, you just go from date to date. It's like a month-to-month plan or something.
Right.
Like we just gonna see what happens. There's no real conversation to say, this is what I want, this is what you want, so how can we make this work? So with that, like I said, you gotta have a foundation before you can talk about going anywhere. You know, you can't put a roof and then put a floor.
Right.
You know, so you gotta be able to put the foundation, put the walls up, put the roof. You gotta go step by step, but you gotta take the first step. But you will have to know what is the first step.
Yeah, there's really no set time to move on to the next level. You just have to talk it through, see if there's enough trust there. There's some type of support, and I ain't talking about financial, because when people say support, they think it's financial. If you're in a situation with a person, the financial support is going to come into play anyway. Mm-hmm. So I don't even that shouldn't even be a question. So I hate when I say support. Women some men too automatically think I'm talking about financial. I'm just talking about support just in general. Because there's a lot of people out there, women, that say with a lot of money, and they ain't got no dude.
Yeah.
They don't have no dude. Because a lot of dudes, they once you get to a certain age, and like dudes they don't care about your money.
Yeah.
It's not even about that.
We can add that into there too, but to stay on this right quick, but I think a lot of people put too much pressure on time frames, or they say, oh, it's only been 6 months.
Right.
Like, how could you love me? Or it's only been a year. Like, oh, it's only been 2 years. Why we got to get married right now? Like, both men and women.
Right.
But especially like when you're more mature, I believe that you've been through things, so what's good for you and what isn't good for you, or you have some type of idea. So now, if you feel like this person is right for me, the next logical thing to do is let this person know, hey, I think we should start building on this. Let's have a relationship. Let's have a foundation. Let's try to make this go somewhere else. And then if that person isn't for it, then you probably just got to remove yourself from that. Because if you got direction, then you know that this is what I want to do. You know, so people put an actual time stamp on it, like, oh, we got to be together for 2 years before we think about getting married. Right. But no, like, if you're to that point, I believe there's a difference between feelings and emotions. You know, when people lump them in together,
right?
You know, but if you know that you have strong emotions for somebody, you graduated from the feeling part. So now you're trying to go somewhere that's way deeper than anything. So just let it be known, and then y'all can build on that.
Right, and like you said about the age thing, like you kind of been through. As far as different relationships, you know what you want and what you don't want. You know what you're ready for. So as far as that time frame, I don't think it is. Like, there's people who get married in 8-9 months. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's crazy. Mm-hmm. I think that for me, it depends on how much time you spend with the person. Because like you can talk to someone, you know, every single day and feel like, you know, for the last 4 months and feel like you've known this person for your whole life. You know what I'm saying? So when people say, oh, you know, they got married, you know, in 8 months or before a year, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I once fell in love with a chick in 2 nights.
What club she work at? What's
the Pt.1.
That's a gas station.
No, but okay, this is the thing. The reason I say that is because, okay, long story short, my homeboy he was with a chick, and we ended up moving out of town, and the chick came to see him, and she brought her friend. Mm-hmm. I talked to this chick for 8 hours straight, mm-hmm. and enjoyed every minute of our conversation. Like, everything that we were saying, like, gel, every single thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that messed us up, it was long distance, and I just couldn't. I couldn't do it because of the way I felt about her. Like, I wanted her there with me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it was hard, but I had to let her be. But we lasted for maybe a little less than a year, maybe like 8-9 months. It just, the long distance thing just wasn't for me. But I don't see the problem with someone getting married with you know, the person that they feel like, you know, this is what it is.
You hear that, lady? You get a homie like 8 hours, you gonna put a ring on it. That's all you need. As long as you like 50 miles or less. You know, you got a husband right here.
I don't talk nobody stay past West Palm Beach.
Yeah, that's out of town. You feel me? So,
okay.
Yeah, you know who it is though. Cool.